Hey everybody, this is CJ Thomas, stlouisfitnessbootcamp.com, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about Martin Luther King Day, since that is today. And hopefully most of you recognize that Martin Luther King Day is more than just an off day for schools and post offices. So basically, we all know about the story of Martin Luther King and the big I have a dream speech, right? So this is what he's known for. He's got, a ton of great quotes, but everybody knows him by this one, I have a dream. And so we maybe think that, this is what made Mr. King, Dr. King rather, so, powerful, was that he had such a big dream, such a big vision. But, how many of us have dreams, Most of us, if not all of us, have dreams, right? We have dreams of getting richer, of getting, winning the Powerball. We've got dreams of, getting skinnier or losing fat. We've got dreams, maybe that we could just, get the kids out of the house for 5 minutes and give us some peace and quiet, right? So, we've all got these dreams, some of them are bigger than others, obviously. But, I came back to a podcast that I was listening to today by Andy Stanley, and he posed a question. Since we're still at the beginning of the new year, he's still going over resolutions, why we fail at resolutions, aka dreams, aka, goals that we have for ourselves. So, he's talking about resolutions and what you might try and do different than this year. And that is to just ask yourself one simple question, which is, what breaks your heart? And I thought that was an interesting take on the whole resolution and, planning your year and actually planning your life. Because so many of us, the resolutions at the beginning of the year, they're all the same. It's usually about getting out of debt or, getting our waistline in check or something along those lines, right? It's all very us-based, it's all very, internally personal to us. And yes, we do want to grow as people. We do want to become better versions of ourselves. But, sometimes it's good to look at the bigger picture. What could my life mean? What could I do to make a difference in this world, to make a difference in other people's life, have a compound effect? This is the thing that Martin Luther King was definitely thinking about when he was writing his speeches and when he was, working towards his bigger goal, which was, equality for black and white people in America. So, racial equality, the world that we live in right now is, Martin Luther King's vision, basically. So yes, do we still have discrimination? Do we still have racism? Of course we do. But legally, we have gotten to a point where, it's illegal for you to discriminate against somebody based on race. So in that way, he has realized that vision. He ended up giving his life for that vision. And that really speaks to his character and to how deeply and how passionately he felt about something. And so I think why resolutions fail a lot of times is because we don't have that passion. We don't have that deep reason why. It's, yeah, I'd like to look better in a bathing suit type of thing. It's all about our waistline or our bottom line financially. And it's good to look outside of ourselves sometimes and ask ourselves, what breaks our heart? For Martin Luther King, what breaks his heart is racial inequality. For me, I asked myself that question recently, and what breaks my heart is the state of health in America. When people are eating meals that they think are healthy, that are not actually doing their body any good, that breaks my heart. When people are on all these medications, on all these drugs, on all these pharmaceuticals, and there's easier ways, there's natural ways, there is nutritional ways to get their body better, that breaks my heart, okay? When people have tried all these different diet plans, have tried pills and formulas and solutions, and none of it works, and they can't seem to figure it out, when they're still trying to lose weight and they can't figure it out, that breaks my heart. So this is why I've spent so much of my time the last few years dedicating myself to this cause. Just a few years back, I was in real estate, and yes, I was trying to help people, but it was nowhere near the mission that I'm on right now, okay? The mission that I'm on is trying to get people healthy and well. And yes, if we lose some pounds in the process, that's great too. I know that's where people start from, so I want to speak to that. But let's talk about actually getting ourselves healthy again, okay? Let's get rid of the myths. Let's get rid of all the misinformation that's out there. Because guys, there is so many corporations and so many, interested parties that are just trying to get to your wallet, and they don't give two craps about your health, to be quite frank about it. But before I get off on too big of a tangent, yes, that's what breaks my heart is the state of health in America, and I would like to do my little part about that, and hopefully I can keep learning, keep growing, keep doing something about that. So I think that's part of why I'm doing what I'm doing with Bootcamp and trying to make fitness fun again for people. That's why I created Food Camp recently, and I've created 7 hours worth of content in there that you can check out and learn what actual nutrition really is, because people have been lying to you for so long, and that breaks my heart. Misinformation, lying, that kind of stuff, that really breaks my heart. And if I can do something about it, then so be it. That's going to be my mission right there. So that's my bigger message for today, is to try and get you to find out maybe what breaks your heart. If you've ever been watching TV and seen something that really eats at you, and you turn to the person next to you and say, man, somebody should really do something about that. And they look back at you and they're like, yep, pass the soy sauce. And that's pretty much the end of the conversation, right? So we just move on with our lives. But I think the next time you say that to yourself, somebody should really do something about that. If you've said that quote recently, you know, I think you just nominated yourself. So just something to think about, guys. Thinking on a bigger level a little bit. Think outside of what you want to do this week or this month or even this year. Think on a grander scale. What could you do with your life? What breaks your heart? And that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you got more questions about Bootcamp, stlfitnessbootcamp.com. I'll include a link for Food Camp in the notes below as well. Take care, guys.